Hello, Steelheads fans. Cam McGuire here, back with head coach Everett Sheen. Well, Sheener, first start off here, Brabham Cup champions. Has to feel pretty nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good feeling. You know, our guys have competed hard all season, and to be able to be rewarded with that at the end of the regular season is a good stepping stone for our guys.
Talked about it last week. Obviously, it wasn't going to be the end-all, be-all if you weren't regular season champions, but kind of just another feather in the cap for you guys, and another goal, another record to cross off the list.
Absolutely, and kind of a good practice, if you will, for playoffs. Not that it was overly pressure, but we knew if we won on Saturday, it would be ours. So to be able to kind of get those reps, if you will, in terms of the mental side of preparing for a game where, you know, if you win, you get rewarded with a cup. So it was, I think, valuable learning experience for us.
I want to talk about pressure situations coming up here in just a second, but the Idaho Steelheads last week collecting 2 out of 3 games against the Kansas City Mavericks, a 6-0 win on Wednesday night. Fell 3-2 on Friday, but another shutout on Saturday night by a score of 1-0. I know a point of emphasis for you heading into Saturday's game was playing in pressure situations, and want to start first with your goaltender Adam Scheel, who was named goalie of the week for the 3rd time this season. And you guys really played together as a team on Saturday night in that pressure situation, but Scheel really stepped up, making 36 saves for his 5th shutout of the year.
No, Scheel was he was tremendous all week, you know, and then like you said, the pressure situation to be able to win a game 1-0, it takes literally everyone. You know, he had another highlight reel save there on Saturday to keep it 1-0, and but that's what you want good goalies for, to be able to, you know, have your boys back when maybe the other team's pushing and trying to make a run at it in regulation. But, you know, Sheely stood tall to the test, and the boys are very happy for him.
We saw it Wednesday night after that save. We saw it Saturday night as well, but he's just laughing, he's smiling, and when you're having such a good time out there, it obviously breathes towards confidence, and he's very confident right now.
Yeah, he's very confident and having a lot of fun, like you said, and you know, it's fun to see him enjoying being the guy and enjoying making those big saves.
What do you think changed on Friday night into Saturday? Obviously, not necessarily happy with your performance Friday, but had to be happy on Saturday night. Finding another way to win is something that we've been talked about too, obviously the last couple of weeks, but finding a way to win differently. You won in dominating fashion Wednesday, and it was a barn burner, a close one down to the wire Saturday night.
Yeah, like you said, different ways to win, and another valuable learning experience. How do we bounce back from a loss where, you know, maybe we didn't quite have our best stuff on Friday night? You know, kind of all agreed we were a little disappointed, but to be able to, you know, mentally regroup and come back Saturday and get the job done in a tight, checking, very, you know, physical 1-0 grinded out win. It's a testament to the depth of our team.
Idaho Steelheads getting set for their final 2 home games of the regular season. It begins here tonight against the Utah Grizzlies. The final game on Friday against Utah, a team that the Steelheads really haven't seen in a couple weeks, and we'll chat about that here coming up in just a couple of minutes. But I want to look back last week in that 3-game series. Boy, there was not a lot of penalties called, and you guys only had 6 power play opportunities, able to score twice, and you guys have found success on the man advantage over the last couple of weeks, and that has to be a positive sign for you heading into the final 2 weeks here and eventually into playoffs.
Absolutely. You know, playoffs, special teams could be make or break in certain games. So to be able to get them feeling good about themselves and getting some good reps in, you know, and then the penalty kills have been doing a tremendous job as well. And like I said, you need both special teams clicking in playoffs to find success, and hopefully we can keep this trend going.
Well, you guys wrapped up the head-to-head series against Kansas City this past week, and a nice record, 6-2 against them. One of those series, though, where 7 of the 8 goals were decided by one game. I guess you look back at it, obviously each game was so close, but you guys found a way to come out victorious, and it has to be nice to see that record against one of the top teams in the division at the end of the season.
Yeah, they're a very good team. They play hard. They're structured. They got some guys that can score. So to be able to, you know, win those 1-goal games against them, and not every game, you know, a blowout where, you know, if we see them in playoffs, we know they're going to be a tough test and play us hard, and we're going to have our best stuff. And if we got to win 1-goal games, we got to win 1-goal games.
Playing with the lead is something you guys have done a lot of this year. You've scored first now in 5 straight games. We chatted with Captain A.J. White after the game on Friday night, and you know, one of those things where you guys have scored first in the last handful of games, but haven't necessarily been not overly pleased with how the first 20 minutes have gone, but when you can score first and play with the lead, that's a big boost of confidence as well.
Yeah, big boost for sure. And then, you know, our guys kind of address it as well. Sometimes we start feeling really good about ourselves and start maybe changing the recipe, if you will, of why we had success, and then we got to find our way back to our identity. But to be able to score in the first period and score first in a lot of games is nice. You're not chasing, right? Now you're in a position to just really lock things down and hopefully expand on your lead.
With the win on Saturday night, the Steelheads improved their overall home record to 30-4 this year, with 32 sellouts in those first 34 games, including 31 straight. And we've talked about records over the last couple of weeks, and you guys have the opportunity here this week to set the most wins on home ice in an ECHL season. And kind of just tell me what that would mean for you guys to be able to do that for this community and this fan base.
Well, I think that you hit it on the head there. It's all about the community and the fan base. Our guys, they say we have the best fans in the league, and I wholeheartedly agree. So to be able to reward them with that many wins on home ice is a pretty cool experience. It's not necessarily about the record, but just being able to put a lot of winning games together in front of our fans and, essentially say thank you for coming out and supporting us.
Well, it's the Utah Grizzlies here tonight, and a team you haven't seen in 2.5 months. I feel like we were never going to say that. It seemed like the beginning of the year and that stretch of January where you played them 8 times in an 11-game stretch. So probably had to do a little bit more homework here on Utah because we haven't seen them, like we said, in 2.5 months. So what can you tell us about them heading into tonight and Friday night as well?
Well, they're playing some good hockey right now. They're kind of in the hunt there for that last playoff spot. So they've been grinding. I imagine they're going to bring their best. And they have a few new faces from the last time we've seen them 2.5 months ago. But I think it's going to be a good test, good matchup. We had our success early, in those first 15 games, which is crazy. We've played them that much already, but it'll be a good challenge for us, and we got to be ready to go for sure.
Well, we talked about Adam Scheel earlier here, and if you think the goaltending depth for the Idaho Steelheads couldn't get deeper, you've been proven wrong, as earlier today, Dylan Wells, sent to Idaho from the Texas Stars, the 25-year-old goaltender, former draft pick of the Edmonton Oilers. A lot of experience in the American Hockey League as well as the ECHL, and he's got a game of NHL experience under his belt this year, and from what I've been told, he'll get the start here tonight. And I just want to go back to that. The goaltending depth has been crazy, and just adding to it here this week.
Yeah, it's a bonus for sure. You always got to have good goaltending, and when you can rely on 2 and not just 1 every night, you're going to have some success. So to get Wells in here, we'll get him going. He's a big kid, moves well. Hopefully our boys play as good as we can in front of him and make his night easy and make him feel welcome here.
Well, there you have it. Should be a fun week as we wrap up the home portion of the regular season schedule and carry into the road portion next week, and then obviously gearing up for playoffs. Coach, thanks for the time and best of luck this week.
Thanks a lot, Cam.